Hi everybody, welcome to my channel, Universal Soul Vibrations. Don't forget, if you like the channel, like, subscribe, and share. In this video, we're going to be looking at the Libra full moon that's coming in tomorrow. And we're going to look at each element. With the Libra full moon coming in, this full moon is one about balance, harmony, and is a very relationship-focused full moon. This full moon will be calling into question how we balance our individual needs with the desires of others. Since the full moon is about climaxes and conclusions, some relationships may be moving to a new level of commitment, while others may be ending. If a relationship is ending, just know that it's the right time for that to happen and try not to fight it. A good way to maximize the energy of a full moon is to write down any habits, beliefs, or relationship struggles you wish to release and then destroy the paper the list was written on. You can do this by fire, but make sure you're outside when you do this to represent the release. And then when you're all finished, return the ashes to the earth, asking for all that you released be transformed into healing. Okay, so that's a little full moon ceremony that you can do if you have an area where you can burn the ashes outside and then kind of bury them back into the earth. Alrighty, so now we're going to take a look at the individual elements to see how this Libra full moon is going to affect them. This is going to be the video for air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, for the full moon in Libra, which is today. Let's see what the messages that the cards have for the air signs. So I pulled an overall card to see what the overall theme is going to be for you guys during this full moon in Libra period. And the card that came up for you guys is the Fates card. It's called Skywriting, and it's from the deck, the Shaman's Dreams Oracle deck by Colette Farron-Reed. This is a brand new deck for her, and I am definitely a lover of all their decks. They're very beautiful cards with beautiful messages. So the Skywriting card talks about the fates, that which we cannot change, and having non-judgment. It is written in the sky that you have a destiny. You are being invited to explore certain aspects of life unique to you and you alone. That does not mean that your path will be easy, paved with gold, and littered with diamonds. Nor does this predict that your journey will be treacherous. It is just your path, with parts that cannot be changed and must be radically accepted as they are. In this way, whatever you are faced with, every single aspect of your life is perfect in its imperfection. Not good or bad, neither inflow nor blocked, this nor that. See your life as a series of opportunities rather than an obstacle course. Once you master the skill of non-judgment, you open to the power of curiosity, unencumbered by the burden of yesterday's fear as you look ahead into the potential of the future. Yes, you still need to be brave. Right now you are facing a critical moment in time with an opportunity to meet your fate. A chance point where you expand your influence and your capacity for abundance, love, and purposeful action. Now is the moment to leap into it, whether it be a heart connection, a call to creativity, or a new identity in your work or another area of life, with all your heart and soul. Your success is surely written in the stars. In order to bring your destiny to fruition, you must jump into the adventure with both feet and do your part. So during this Libra full moon, it looks like you're going to be coming face to face with your destiny path, air signs. And they're saying they want you with this card. They want you to jump in head first and plow ahead. Don't be afraid of it. So in the first position, what imbalances is the Libra full moon magnifying for air signs? We got the masculine. With the masculine card, it is time to step forward and lead. Be the leader in your own life. You have more power than you think. It is time to formally learn more, enroll in a course, or learn a new skill. Offer your protection to someone weaker than yourself. Take steps to improve your health and vitality. This card is asking you to step up in your power, your uniqueness, and offer your guidance to those who may need it. So the imbalance here that's being magnified, I feel, is that they're saying, because they're asking you to step up into your own power, is that you're not doing that currently. You're not really being an active participant in your own life. You're kind of just letting things happen. You're not, seeing the uniquenesses that you have to offer. So during this Libra full moon, you're being asked to really look at that and start to take changes and make steps to move towards being that leader and being that leader in your own life. In the second position, how can the scales be brought back to balance? We got the darkness card. And the darkness card is all about that shadow work. We all love to do that shadow work, don't we? You are entering a time of introversion, a time to turn inward to plan and strategize. It is time to do shadow work, which will bring big dividends later on. Release what no longer works for you. And that's pretty much what we do with shadow work. We really take a look at those things inside us that we don't really show to anybody else and we don't like to show to ourselves. And we really take a look at it and see, do we really need this any longer? Is it time to get rid of it? During the times of shadow work that we can begin to undertake that self-reflection needed to identify what isn't working for us and what might be causing us pain. This could be a bad habit, a destructive pattern, a recurring useless fear, or anything that holds us back from being the best we can be. Once we see these aspects of ourselves in the dark, we can simply decide whether they must go. We can decide to release them once and for all. We get to transform. So what's going to bring the scales back into balance is doing that shadow work so some transformation can occur within you. In the third position, in this position, what truth is the Libra full moon revealing that you need to communicate? And the card that came up for you guys is boundaries. So are you really communicating what your boundaries are in life? What they are with people, what they are as far as how far you'll go. With boundaries, judging what you need and what you don't need allows you to place healthy boundaries. You teach people how to treat you. Judge what is healthy and right for you with clarity and care. Simplify. Okay? So, yes, we are the ones that teach other people how to treat us with how much we'll put up with. And some of us will put up with a lot more than others. It doesn't mean that we are worthless. But we really need to look and see what is healthy boundaries for us, because allowing people to treat you like crap is not a good healthy boundary. So you really need to communicate to yourself, where do you draw the line during this Libra full moon, and really take a look at it and figure out what that is. In the fourth position, how can I create sacred space for harmony to thrive and flourish? We got the change card. This card is all about accepting change. Life, like the season, is about to change. Take advantage of the change energy and plan ahead. One of the greatest truths in life is that change is constant. It is unavoidable, and we can't resist all we want, but nothing truly stays the same. And nothing does stay the same. I mean, look at the weather's different today than it was yesterday. It is better to replace. What they're kind of saying here with this card is that we know that things are going to change. So try to make a plan for changes that come through. Obviously, sometimes change happens and we don't know it's coming. And it's hard to plan for it. But once it does come, you can kind of figure out what you're going to do with that change. Because it's better than to prepare and even direct change by setting intentions and building our personal power from the inside out. So what they're kind of saying with that is, if you set intentions out there, intentions are bringing about some type of change. So at least you kind of know what they are and can plan for them. This moon shines down upon the winds of change. the clearing storms, the electric cackle of lightning, and the boom of thunder echoing across the valley. There is great energy to be channeled in such a time and to be focused toward righting change with joy and ease. So, what they're saying with this card is that, accept the change, move into it, don't fight it, and don't resist it. Um, and that's how you can create that sacred space for harmony where you'll thrive and flourish. Just go with the flow, basically, is what they're saying. Your message from Grandmother Moon is the Path card. With the Path card, the way is open for you. The path is illuminated. Begin the journey now. Respond and take action. We must be courageous and move forward. When we accept where we are, acknowledge what needs to change to grow, and begin to love ourselves more completely, the direction of our life begins to change. Okay? And once again, Grandmother Moon's message here is about change too. So what it looks like to me for the air signs is if you've got quite a few cards that talk about change. The Darkness card talks about changes from within. Boundary card talks about how we can change the way we see ourselves and what we'll accept and won't accept. So you've got a lot of change going on here and a lot of transformation going on. So I really feel like that's what you need to work on and will experience during this full moon in Libra air signs. I pulled a oracle card for each sign that's in the air signs. And we just want to see what the main theme for each sign is. So we're going to start with Gemini. And the card that came out for Gemini is the Watchers, transpersonal. And this is about serendipity, the observer, the witness, transpersonal. And if you look at this card, it looks like somebody's sitting on top of the mountain looking down. There's like crystals coming out of there too. So there must be some type of wisdom, some type of knowledge gained from being up there. When watchers appear, it is an invitation to stop doing. Pause, get off the treadmill, and take a deep breath. Find the witness within, the one who can observe the fire and fury happening around you, but is not caught in any of the drama. The time is right to step back. If you have a thought or opinion, keep it to yourself. If you have a feeling that needs to be expressed, do it in the shower. Nice. Do not engage with the action happening around you. Simply observe. Watchers show up to direct your attention to the horizon and away from the anthill in front of you. Others might think you are simply doing nothing, but let them know that you are helping the sun to set in the evening sky. There are bigger things to attend to. You have spent such a long time trying to correct the course of events and the actions of others. Let it be for a short while as you become the observer rather than the doer. The Watchers invite you to break free from the linear, casual pace of the petty day-to-day. Rise to divine coincidence, to serendipity, and notice how the act of seeing the heart of the matter produces results. Things happen without you doing anything. Creation unfolds in its own mysterious way, requiring only a sacred sacred witness. What a great message that was. So this card just wants you to sit back, pause, and kind of watch everything around you. So this card is actually telling you not to it's actually telling you to be a participant in the stillness in a different way. The masculine card wants you to get right in there and participate. And so does the Darkness card in a different manner. So there's a lot of different cards that you have in here too that are showing you how to be a participant in your own life in many different ways. So the next card is for Libra. And this card is interesting. You guys got the Falling Angel, the spiritual narcolepsy card. So are you sleeping spiritually, Libra? Let's see what this card has to say. You are being cautioned now to not fall asleep or go unconscious. You have been flying above the strife and suffering of the world in angelic bliss. However, you risk being seduced by the beauty and comfort of your situation and losing track of your aspirations, your wings. As you fall, you pick up speed, heading toward the trees below and a possible nasty landing. Remember that all of you need to do to stop being a falling angel is spread your wings to halt your descent and then find an updraft again. Do not be seduced by the fallen angels. Your supposed friends and companions who are ready to use you for their pleasure and have only their own interest in mind. As you soar once more in flight, receive the gift of the falling angel as an invitation to study the forest from above the trees. In other words, to analyze your situation from a higher perspective without being entangled in its thorny branches. Once you understand what needs to be done, head back to your lofty heights and stand by for the right moment. Action you take now may backfire. Stay conscious and wait until you are guided to change. You will know when the time is right. So here's another card that's kind of asking you to be the observer from above. The Watcher's card had someone up on top of a mountain, and this one has you flying above the sky. So, I don't know, not a lot of action going on physically for the air signs within their theme cards. So, what do we got? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So your main theme during this Libra full moon, you got the Will-o'-the-Wisp. There's treasures hidden in the shadows, the great mystery, an epiphany. Will-o'-the-Wisp hovers in her luminescent glory above the twilight moors of your life, whispering for you to step into the fog, into the mystery of the unknown. You may have been visited by her before, but though intrigued, you refused her invitation. It would be safer, you decided, to remain on the journey you know. While you always have a choice as to whether to follow her or not, you never know when you might encounter her again. In this sense, turning away has its own consequences. Why is the known so appealing? It's only when you wake up to its restrictions, its soft prison or golden cage, that you realize there must be more. Will-o'-the-Wisp has come to you once again to offer you magic, but you will have to sacrifice certainty in the pursuit of adventure, your comfort zone for the dangers of discovery, your well-trodden path for the detours that may very well lead you astray. Or will they? Can you accept that losing yourself will bring you closer to your true self? The profound shift of an epiphany can occur only when you risk the detour and enter the unknown. Now is the time to trust higher forces to lead you into this place, these worlds hidden at the threshold between what was and what can be. Here is where you will learn about your own unmaking to unmask yourself. Love what you discover, dark or light, see it all as divine, and find a quiet thrumming power waiting for you to channel it into the world for good. The treasure you find, filled with the wealth of love and kindness, true prosperity, is ripe to share with others. She is here for you now. Will you accept her invitation? A great bounty of goodness awaits you. So the Will-o'-the-Wisp. So it sounds like Aquarius, you guys might be doing that shadow work with this Will-o'-the-Wisp coming up. Looks like the Will-o'-the-Wisp is asking you to take a look at some things within yourself as well. So those were the messages for the air signs. I hope you all have a great Libra full moon and have a great week ahead of you. Good night, everybody.